Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam has just arrived at the Pandal. He is proceeding towards the stage ramp.
Please be seated.
We begin this session by welcome address by Revered Swami Raghaveshanandaji Maharaj, the Secretary of Ramakrishna Mission Ashrama, Belgaum.
I extend a very hearty welcome to Bharata Ratna, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. He is the icon of Indian youth. He does not need any introduction, as he is known even to every child of India. Dr. Abdul Kalam ji is the 11th President of India. Our nation has recognized his unparalleled services to space technology and defense technology by awarding him the highest civilian award, the Bharata Ratna. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam is a great visionary, a man who deeply feels for our country, a man who works untiringly to make India great in the eyes of the world, both culturally and technologically. He is a legendary figure today. He is an inspirer. Apart from being a great thinker and a powerful speaker and writer, his books, Ignited Minds, Wings of Fire, and Vision 2020, have sold millions of copies. Students from 50 different degree colleges are participating in today's youth convention. Dr. Kalam is a youth magnet. The moment we announced that he will be addressing the gathering, there started an endless flow of students to our office. In fact, sir, because of limitation of space, we had to restrict the participation to 35 students from each college with a totaling number of 1,500. History will immortalize him as a genuine national leader. Why do I say a genuine national leader? Because not only did he shape the present policies of the country in his various capacities as Secretary of DRDO and Chief Scientific Advisor to the Prime Minister, but he has been investing the maximum of his energies on the youths of India, the future of India. He interacts with youth and inspires them to mold their lives in right direction. Just imagine, he has come all the way from Delhi to Belgaum just to address you all and inspire you. Even though he is elderly in age, he is younger than all of you in spirit. Let us pray to the Almighty to bestow him a long life and a good health. Friends, today's youth convention has been organized to impart two messages to you to carry in your heart, which will enable you to develop your personality. The first message is how to develop our lives to be purposeful. On this subject, Sri Vijay Menon has forcefully spoken to you and made you understand what marvels a heart feeling for the poor can do. Imbibe this quality. Now the second message is discipline, which our country today lacks. Discipline means many things. Discipline in life, discipline in time management, discipline in your lifestyle, discipline in respecting the culture of our nation. If you can discipline your mind in all these aspects, you will shape a truly great personality for yourself. We respect and love Dr. JPJ Abdul Kalam because he has disciplined his mind in all these aspects and stands as a role model in front of us. I welcome all the senior monks, devotees, principals, teachers, and you, the young bright students of this nation. Thank you very much.
Now I request Revered Swami Gautamanandaji Maharaj, Adhyaksha of Ramakrishna Ashrama, Chennai, to present flowers and memento to Dr. Kalam. Swami Gautamanandaji personally knows Dr. Kalam very well.
Friends, good morning to all of you. Friends, I was just, this ashram is a beautiful ashram, Swami Vivekananda Ramakrishna Ashram, because Swami Vivekananda visited here. I visited where he prayed, and also at the temple I visited. When I visited the temple, one statement of suggestion of Swami Vivekananda struck me. I thought of sharing with you. It is there, it's written there. If you look at the top, you must look at always at the top, okay? Then you will see Swamiji says, fill the brain with high thoughts, highest ideals, high thoughts, fill the brain with high thoughts and highest ideals, place them day and night before you, and out of that will come great work. What a beautiful statement. Particularly for young people, the first thoughts will come when you have a vision. You have to set a vision. With the vision transform in your life into thoughts, and thoughts result into action, and action finally leads you where you want to go. So friends, first I would like to greet respected Swami Gautamanandaji Maharaj, respected Swami Raghaveshanandaji Maharaj, and Sri Vijay Menon, and revered Swamijis and Madajis, and distinguished guests, and the youth, and the students and parents who have come from different parts of Karnataka and various places. I am indeed delighted to participate in the... What are you doing, all of you? Sit down, sit down. Take a seat, sit down, all of you. Nice, sit down. Friends, I am indeed delighted to participate in the youth convention organized by the Ramakrishna Mission Ashrama at Belgaum. Dear friends, when I am in front of thousands of youth from Karnataka and various places, I'm thinking what thoughts I can share with you. First of all, I would like to greet organizers, youth leaders, and distinguished guests participating in this youth convention, which I hope will provide a bridge for the innovative ideas of the youth with a mature experience of the experienced for the prosperity of this region. Hence, I would like to talk to you on the topic being unique you. Unique you, what is the subject? What is the subject I am going to talk? Unique you. Now, friends, I have met so far 11 million youth, like you in a decade's time, in India mostly, and also abroad. I have seen their hopes of youth, and their experience, and also pain, with the pain of the young also I have seen, and walked with their aspiration, and heard their despair also. All this experience made me to learn something about them. The 11 million youth represent the half of the population, which I would like to share with you. What is the type of experience I got from the youth of this country? I learned, carefully hear me, I learned every youth wants to be unique. Every youth wants to be unique. That is you. But the world all around you is doing its best day and night to make you just everybody else. Now the question is whether you want to be everybody else or you want to be unique. How many of you want to be unique? How many of you want to be unique? Now, if you want to be unique, you don't want to be everybody else. But everybody else you are made every day. You from the home, from the school, and wherever you study, and the work spot, they are happily doing day and night that you are somebody. Everybody. You follow? Now, the challenge therefore, my young friends, is that you have to fight the hardest battle which any human being can ever imagine to fight. I will never stop fighting until you arrive at your destined place. That is the unique you. Being unique, what is that? What is the battle you have to do? Battle, it is not guns and swords, it's not that. Actually, there are 4 things you have to do if you want to be unique you before age 20. The number 1, you have to have, just now I read what Swami Vivekananda said. Number 1, you have to have a dream. You have to aim in life. Dream means aim in life. Then you should continuously you have to acquire the knowledge. And third one, of course, you have to sweat, hard work. Fourth one, perseverance. Perseverance is the most important trait what Swamiji has taught all of us. That is, you will not be afraid of the problem. You will never make the problem to your captain. You will become the captain of the problem, defeat the problem and succeed. That's called perseverance. So that means, if you want to be unique, you have to have 4 things. You have to toil intellectually. Bodily, you have to toil to be a unique you. Having an aim in life, acquiring the knowledge, and sweat and hard work, and finally, perseverance. Then you will become the unique you. So I am sure Institutions like Ramakrishna Ashrama and the educational institution are imparting such a knowledge to all of you, which will instill the courage and confidence in your minds, whether you are in school or college or anywhere. Now, friends, I am going to share with you an experience. Let me share with you a beautiful experience when I visited Greece in April 2007. I was negotiating and climbing towards the Acropolis mountain in Athens, top in Athens, and came across a group of 150 Greek students. They threw a spontaneous smile on me, and the teachers came forward and introduced the students. Teachers said, they are very happy to see the Indian president at that time were there, to see the Indian president, and that the children would like to hear from him few words. The teacher wanted me to speak few words. My mind at that time was thinking about the great personalities the land of Greece has given to the world. Socrates, Plato, Aristotle, and many, many thinkers. The words of Plato were ringing in my mind. When I saw the young students, Plato brings out that our aim is founding the state was not the disproportionate happiness of any one class, but the greatest happiness of the whole world. 2,400 years ago, he said. Similarly, around the same period, Tamil poet Saint Thiruvalluvar said, Piniyanmai, Selvam, Vidainbam, Yemam, Aniyanba, Natirku Ivaindu. That is, the important element that constitute a nation are being disease-free, high earning capacity, high productivity, harmonious living, and strong defense. We have to find how we can provide all these elements to the citizens of every nation on an equitable basis for happiness for all. Friends, with these thoughts, I made up my mind what to say to the student young people and the youth of Greece. I slowly repeated, line by line, a hymn which I normally hear in the Indian spiritual centers. Will you repeat? Or you are very tired? No, you will repeat. From your voice, you'll find out whether you are all right, okay? Okay? You will repeat now, all of you. This side also. This side also. All sides will repeat, eh? This is about righteousness. Where there is righteousness in the heart, there is beauty in the character. When there is beauty in the character, there is harmony in the home. Harmony in the home. When there is harmony in the home, there is order in the nation. Order in the nation. When there is order in the nation, there is peace in the world. Friends, did you see? If you have one quality, beauty in the character possible, harmony in the home possible, order in the nation possible, and peace in the world is possible. One quality. What is that one quality? What is the one quality? You have to be attentive. Righteousness in the heart. Okay? Now the question is, who will give the righteousness in the heart? Can you guess? Who will give the righteousness? That too, before 20, it should be given 20 years old. After, difficult. Okay? Okay? Righteous in the heart, who will give? Who will give? Yes? Yes? 50 marks you got. Parents, you said 50 marks. Parents, you said 50 marks. Teacher, you said 50 marks. Only 50, not 100. Okay, I'll give the correct answer. Then you debate with me, okay? If you don't agree. Correct answer is the righteous the heart can be given by three people: father, mother in a spiritual environment. Father, mother, spiritual environment. And the third one, primary school teacher. Okay.